Welcome to Historic Fallsington. Behind me stands a late 18th century tavern. Besides being a place where you could have food and board, taverns were also used as the post office. This is where you would go to pick up your mail. In 1782, this is after the Battle of Yorktown. People think the war is beginning to end, but the truth is the war was still very active, and the British were very active, and they were targeting the Patriots still. And one of the things that they were doing was actually robbing the mail. The mail was power. It contained important information. Correspondence was being written by the Continental Congress. Generals were writing home to their wives, telling them where they were located, and maybe even talking about battle plans. And so starting in 1780 or 1781, the mail is robbed, especially by members of the Doan gang. They rob the mail in Chester County, they rob it in Maryland, and they rob it here in Fallsington. So midday, July 10th, 1782, Post rider James Martin is riding through Fallsington when suddenly he is surrounded by armed men. They point guns at him, they pull him from his horse, they take his mail, they take his personal effects. He's detained in the woods for 5 hours while they go through the mail. Eventually they let him go, they return his personal effects, and the mail is sent to New York City, where it is then published in the front page of the newspaper as a huge embarrassment to the Patriot cause.
Gideon Vernon had taken a mail under the pretense of giving the man a letter for His Excellency General Washington, then seized him and dragged him from his horse.
The leader of this operation was Gideon Vernon. Gideon Vernon was a wealthy, prominent farmer who was a devout Quaker in Chester County, but something happens, and by 1777 he joins the British. He spied on George Washington's army at Valley Forge, and he is actually commissioned as a captain in the Board of Associated Loyalists, which is a terrorist organization run by Benjamin Franklin's son, William Franklin. He ends up robbing several mails with the Doan gang. Eventually the war ends, he heads to Canada, he lives there for a period of time in a community called Penfield, which burns down in a forest fire. He then comes back to Pennsylvania, to Chester County. He goes to the Quakers, which had pushed him out. He apologizes. He accepted back into the Quakers and lives there for a period of time, but eventually was probably abused by locals, and he heads back to Canada, where he passes away.